Why would she do something like this? She's in a career where she's supposed to help others. I have reason to believe that Isidore is blackmailing her. What have you been questioning? Why haven't you invited me to the scholarship event? Sorry, Zio, but I'm not gonna let you take away any chance I've got to have some sort of relationship with Vanessa in the future. I'll see you all at the event. I'm sure it will be something that Elvira would be proud of. What's bothering you, Jeremiah? It's not that anything is bothering me. I'm just in a tough position. What sort of tough position? I'm gonna have to give our son some more bad news. Benedict, you look absolutely lovely. Thank you, Nona. You look lovely as well. I am really impressed with you, Benedict. Coming here to support your Zio, especially when this night is to honor your Zia Elvira. Yes, Benedict, thank you. Now to meet with the woman who helped make all of this possible. Mom? Hold on, Mom. Let me find a quieter place so that I could hear you better. Hello, Russos. Quinlan, what are you doing here? What's got your attention, Finnegan? Commissioner and Dr. Burke. Lovely seeing you both here tonight. Hello, Isidore. I would like to congratulate you. Thank you, Commissioner. Do you mind if I speak with your wife for a moment? She's all yours. Take all the time you need. I am so happy to see that this day has finally come. Except we had to make an innocent man suffer in order to make this day happen. I definitely didn't expect you to show up at my house tonight. Are your parents home, Yvette? You came here to speak with my parents? What do you have to talk with them about? What sort of bad news would you have to share with JJ? I'm gonna have to tell him that we can't have Keeve over the house for the time being. Why wouldn't Keeve be allowed in this house? Did he do something wrong? That's the thing, Shelley. He didn't do anything. We can't just give JJ some bad news after he's been stressing out over Isidore torturing this family. How come he can't come over? Because Udell told me that he might have an idea on who Isidore was working with to set me up. Kimunte ede Isidore. Wait, what does this have to do with Keeve? Because his mother possibly worked with Isidore to get me arrested. I received an invitation. From who? Your oldest son. Benedict? Why did you invite her? Do you not want me here, Gianni? It's not that. I'm just trying to understand why. I'll be glad to explain it. Since I decided to come to this event, I reached out to Quinlan and I was surprised to hear that someone who was working to shed light on Sia Elvira's case wasn't even invited to an event like this. Because of that, I sent her an invitation. That was very sweet of you, Benedict. Not only was it sweet, but it was thoughtful. Ben, Quinlan sounds like she's basically your guest. How about you make her comfortable and get to know one another more? What do you think, Quinlan? I would love that, Ben. Lead the way. Why are you smiling like that, Heidi? Don't you see what I see, Gianni? How would you feel if I told you that I didn't? Come on. You can't tell me that you don't see it? Lorenzo, Clarice, don't you two see it? As clear as day. Gianni, You've got eyes, and I certainly hope that you have a brain. I'm not stupid, Dad. Then don't act like you don't think Ben and Quinlan would be a cute pair. Absolutely not. Having a guilty conscience, Dr. Burke? That's funny coming from an atheist like you. Don't you dare try to judge me, Isidore. You are definitely no choir boy. Because I did what had to be done? Because you had to hurt people in the process of getting what you wanted. You're acting like Jeremiah didn't have it coming. He brought it on himself. Hello, Isidore. Is it me, or does this meeting feel a bit familiar? Maybe I'll just send them a message. Or I can relay the message to them, Max. Just let your parents know that I'm really sorry for what my uncle and my cousin put them through. Family spokesperson, huh? What do your parents have to say about that? My parents don't know that I'm here. And you came all this way just to apologize for what your family did to mine? I did. Don't you at least want something to eat before you go back home? I'll be fine, Yvette. You sure? Nothing you want to eat or even drink? How about something quick like French toast? Honestly, that is my favorite. Lise yon doctor, elite bate Isidore, pokisa, nupa konen papi. Udell guesses that Isidore is blackmailing her. Blackmailing her with what? We don't know. Es que marili konen? Udell just wants to focus on Terry. At this point, we just need to trust that God will shed light on what's in the dark. Not that I haven't been wondering the same thing since Finnegan is the police commissioner. I hope that he's not involved or has any knowledge. I would hate to regret moving here after spending so much money on this house and relocating the company's headquarters. Leaving Valley Park is exactly what Isidore wants, and we won't give him that satisfaction. Okay. So Terry could possibly be involved somehow. Now we just need to figure out how to solve our other problem. How are we going to let JJ know that Keith can't come around here for the time being? JJ's going to want answers. Your mom was definitely eager for me to spend time with you, Ben. And I know exactly why. Why? She thinks that you would make a nice daughter-in-law. So she likes me, huh? Do you think I would fit well into the Russo clan? We're not here to talk about who fits well where or who likes who. I have some updates on my uncle and on Dr. Burke. That's right. The two of them are connected somehow. Dr. Burke is definitely one who slipped through the cracks of getting onto the documentary. I couldn't figure out exactly how she was connected to Elvira, other than the fact that she knew your aunt by your aunt's family name. But Elvira knew her. Elvira might have known something that Isidore and Terry were hiding before Elvira lost her life. What makes you so sure? I spoke with Udell the other day. He brought out a hidden memory of my late great Nona's funeral. Elvira noticed Isidore and Terry arguing about something, and she planned to find out what it was. Wow. Sounds like something else that could be found in Elvira's diary. But you can get a head start if you get the chance to speak with her before she heads home tonight. Why are you so opposed to your son being with Quinlan Franklin? Your father's right, Gianni. Quinlan is a very intelligent woman. She seems to have class and she's around Ben's age. A perfect fit. Heidi is right, Gianni. I want my grandson to finally settle down. He won't be young forever, and I would love to have one great-grandchild before I leave this world. Don't you worry about that, Mom. You'll have plenty of time left on this earth to meet your great-grandchildren. But why is Quinlan not worthy of being your daughter-in-law? It isn't that she's not worthy. The problem is that Quinlan is a busy woman who is trying to grow in her journalism career, and Ben is a busy man with that private investigation firm of his. There's no way a relationship like that can work or even last. Look at you and Heidi. You two have been married for over 25 years and both have busy careers. And you two worked even harder to make your marriage work after all this time. What are you two doing here? Udell and I are here to honor my best friend. Except, I don't remember mailing either of you an invitation. You didn't have to, Isidore. Devante is still the owner of this hotel. Unlike you, Isidore, Devante had the heart to allow me to honor Elvira. I think it would be best for me to slip out of this conversation. Excuse me. How dare you two show up here? Did you come here to sabotage this event for my father? Or did you have the urge to slap me again? Aw, Alan, are you having nightmares of my hand coming towards your face? Sounds like you need to see a therapist. If this is some sort of revenge plot, then I want to make it known, again, that I nor my son had anything to do with that mess of a runway of yours. I still don't believe you, but whatever. Besides, we didn't come here as an act of revenge. Wanda and I truly cared about Elvira. Funny, you don't usually air out someone's dirty laundry after they pass away, robbing them of the chance to defend themselves. The past is the past, but the truth is also the truth, Isidore. But how does it feel? How does it feel knowing that my husband and I will be here watching you, and you wondering if we'll mess everything up for you in front of your family and all of these people, just like you ruined everything for me? I'm looking forward to an interesting night, Isidore. Dad, I know the Mitchells put you in a bad mood, but I have something to tell you. It doesn't sound like this will put me in a better mood. It's nothing bad, really. Mom called. That's supposed to put me in a good mood? She wanted to congratulate you. Lying to her own child just to make herself look good in your eyes? Dad, she sounded genuine, and she doesn't have to look good in my eyes. I don't love her any less. Genuine? Coming from the same woman who left this town because she didn't like the fact that the courts didn't see that she was fit to raise you. Mom already explained to me ever since I was a kid that she would have been depressed to see me being raised in the estate and was forced to only receive visitation. It was a fair deal. Except you only visited her once every month in Tampa. She also never failed to call me every day. Dad, cut the lady some slack. Mom also wants me to visit her more often. Alan, you are an adult. You can visit your mother whenever you'd like. So, where are your parents at anyways? Funny you ask. They're at your uncle's event at Theodosius's palace. What? I didn't get it either, but I decided not to ask. But if you ask me, I think my parents want to make your uncle nervous. Enough about my parents. What about you, Max? What about me? Do you think I forgot how you were asking around about Vanessa Dorval? Last time I checked, you two didn't get the chance to start dating because she wants nothing to do with me. Since my family has a lot to do with that, I can't blame her. Don't worry, I don't plan to give up on her just yet. But I do want to give Vanessa her space. Then how do you expect to make her your girl? Let me worry about that, Yvette. It didn't sound like Vanessa likes you the way you like her. Aren't you worried that all of your hard work will count for nothing? I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. What if it does? It beats me as to why Vanessa wouldn't want you. Out of all the people at school, you're one of the solid guys, dear Max. Thanks. But Vanessa only didn't want to be with me since we're part of two separate churches. And you think that all of a sudden you can win her over after what your family put hers through? I would assume that she would never want anything to do with you. Parenting isn't easy, Shelley. We should know that by now. Amen. We just need to be firm on our decision. I get that JJ is going through a lot, but he's still a child. He's not entitled to know every reason we make decisions in our household. Benedict Russo. Just Ben. Can I have a minute to speak with you? Of course. What would you like to speak with me about? Lately, I remembered something from my childhood, and I was wondering if you can just make it a bit clearer to me. What did you remember? Something about my great Nona's funeral. I remember you having some sort of conversation with my uncle and... Hold that thought, Ben. It looks like your uncle's about to start. Thank you all so much for coming. This event is truly special to my family and I. Since it has been 20 years since I lost my dear little sister Elvira, whom my parents referred to as their little pearl, I knew that I had to do something to honor her. Not only did I want to honor my late sister, whose life was taken so short and so tragically, but I also wanted to help out the community in some way. Nurses are a huge part of that community, and I wanted to do something to honor nurses as well. Dr. Terry Burke and I came up with this wonderful idea of supporting struggling nursing students at Valley Park Memorial Hospital to help them pay through school. Even though Elvira never wanted anything to do with the medical field, I knew that I had to provide something positive in her name, since these past 2 decades, she has only been remembered nationwide because of how she brutally lost her life. As for nurses, they help sustain life, and Elvira was so full of life. I knew that this scholarship being created in my late sister's name was the perfect fit. And you were the perfect person to create it. Am I right, Isidore? Mom? I can't allow that to happen. For your sake, Max, I hope that you can sweep Vanessa off of her feet. She doesn't know what she's missing out on. Believe it or not, I understand how you feel. Do you? I do. I know how it feels to constantly feel ignored or even belittled by someone I really care about. No matter how many efforts I make, I'm still seen as a second-class citizen when all I want is for that person to like me back. It's not a good feeling when someone who doesn't like you back not only doesn't feel the same way, but they also don't even want to be your friend.